one knife to rule them all. I doubt that that's possible, but there's definitely some MVPs out there. You know, we know good knives and we know shitty knives. There's all kinds of knives in the Shire. But what knife will get me from the Shire to Mordor in one piece? It's light and practical, and of course I'm gonna have a fixed blade. I never, ever leave without a fixed blade. It's just common sense. And I've already talked about my shard before, the SE3. I think it's the perfect shard. It's perfect size for everything. Something I don't really talk about on my channel is self-defense. That's self-defense, survival, work, whatever. That's just a great, well-purposed knife. Size and everything. The shard is something I just call the knife that you put on, like a human puts on their hip. Like, like an old flint shard. Like that type of shit. So yeah, that's my shard. That's the personal one that I would choose. But we need a folder, something more practical for daily chores. And you can't go wrong with this. Like the soldier knife is great. I have a preference towards the Forester for reasons I'll get into in the next short. But on a purely practical basis, the soldier knife affords many opportunities. This is a great work knife. The serrations I've shown before slice through paper. It doesn't hang up and get all jaggedy. You can slice through. It's well done, and the chisel grind is really easy to work with. And if you think I know this much about knives, imagine what I know about my profession. These serrations are also not just good for rope, like in a bushcraft survival situation. That's really nice to have. It's a pain in the ass for some people. It drew me away from the knife for a very long time. But there's really nothing better to use in a self-defense situation because this will cut through clothes like fucking nothing. Other knives with like a smooth edge, depending on the material, have a tendency to deflect during a slash. Not every time, but depending on, like Kevlar, for example, it'll deflect. Soldier knife is pretty well-rounded in that regard. You've got a screwdriver that you can use to travel across the country, just using normal maintenance. If you had to be homeless for a while, you can bushcraft and actually get a barrel, cut up some tinder, and keep yourself warm for the night. That's what I mean when I say one knife. Which one knife could I survive being homeless and go to work with?